Good evening, everyone. This is Thad from the Reference and Readers Advisory Department for the Rawlings Library in Pueblo, Colorado. And thanks again for joining me for tie dye once again. Um, this go around in, I guess, in celebration of the winter of reading, and did one of these last winter, but wanted to show you another one just so you can, if you're wanting to do some tie dye and try a different style other than the old bottle, you can use ice or snow. And in this case, I was able to use both. I originally used ice for this, but then uh, after I had applied the ice that night, we got some decent snow, so I was able to pop some snow on there. Um, Anyways, let's go ahead and I think unfortunately I'm only gonna have one video to show you. We may do them in reverse. We'll see. Um, the second video is uploaded. The first video is about 5% away. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the second video. It, I don't think it'll be too terribly out of order. And if the first video isn't put together yet, then or finished uploading, we'll just skip ahead to the reveal at the end. Um, so let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, and so what I've already done, so this is the shirt after it's been tied. And I didn't show the tying so much in this video because this is more about the ice dyeing process instead of the tying. Um, but so after I've tied it and placed the powder dye on it, um, I then um, put it inside one of these pieces of gallon water jug or cut out gallon water jug. It's a real good item to use for keeping the ice contained so it's not falling all over the place. Um, let's see here. I think I was gathering something. I wasn't as prepared as I thought, which kind of seems like the norm lately. But anyway, so now I'm placing the ice on top of the dyed shirt. Um, and you want to get a lot of ice on there. And so before we hit the next step, so after I put the ice on here and after that ice melted and we received snow, I then um, probably put about ended up putting about 3 bowlfuls of snow on top of that after the ice melted, um, just to really try and help get the dye saturated. I did two shirts here. Um, the first one is the one in the video here, which with all the dot or ice and snow, it wasn't still didn't saturate quite the way I wanted to, but still kind of an interesting design. And then the other one is pretty saturated with color. But anyways, um, what I did here was just sprinkle soda ash on top of the ice. Um, you can either soak the shirt in advance, or if you don't quite have the time, you can just sprinkle it on top. And for ice dyes, that's just fine. But you do want to make sure that you have soda ash because it will help the color pop more and um, help the color last a lot longer. So let's skip over really fast and see if that other video has finished. It does not appear that it has. And really, all that video is just um, me placing the. It's just me placing the dye, the powdered dye on the shirt. Um, I will explain that before I sprinkled the dye on it, I have spray bottle with water to just kind of spritz the shirt down so it gets nice and damp. Um, that just kind of helps the process a little bit too. You don't want to apply dye wet or dry to a bone dry shirt. Um, so, anyways, here are the results, and I did these at the same time, and I just realized they're still inside out. If you've been watching my videos for a little while, you know that or if you've come to my classes, you know I always stress doing or starting with the shirt inside out, just in case there's little um, dots of dye that kind of splatter elsewhere. Um, it won't show up as much on the back of the or on the inside of the shirt as it would on the outside. But anyway, so here's the shirt that we just saw in the video. Um, depending on what you like, I personally am not a fan of um, more white showing, but you know certainly it is okay. You know, some folks like more white shown in the shirt, and so it's really great thing about art is that it, as they say, to borrow the cliche, you know, art really is in the eye of the beholder. Um, but here's the other one, and same process, just tied a different pattern, and it's a long sleeve shirt, but and this is actually the one I was worried about having the dye saturated as well, and it turned out better than the other one. Go figure. Or in my opinion. But yeah, so that's the other shirt. And the whole reason I decided to add snow in the first place was I was looking at the underside of this shirt and it looked like the dye hadn't really gone through real well, so that's why I went out and added snow. And I'm glad we had snow, but just with how cold it was, you didn't want to make a run to go get ice. And I guess I could use my ice cube trays, but that's a whole other thing. Anyways, final thing. I guess I won't be showing you part one, which is okay. There's really, you know, it's really kind of a long video of just me applying the dye. But one thing I've been trying to do is highlight cool items in the collection, and this is a new one that the library received. I will first just show this here, but it's the complete lyrics of Paul McCartney, um, and it's in 2 volumes. Um, but it's his entire catalog, both the Beatles, um, or Beatles, Wings, uh, his solo stuff he did just under Paul McCartney, um, the Firemen. Um, but it's in alphabetical order. It's not chronological, so it doesn't. So like one volume isn't the Beatles, and then one volume isn't um, post Beatles, which is kind of what I thought it would be. But it's real cool. Get to see um, uh, you know, one of the greats and his lyrics, and um, you know, say what you will about him, but his genius. Um, but anyways, that's what I have to show you tonight. Stay tuned. I'm still kind of trying to get things ironed out with the renovation here. There's kind of some moving parts, and that involves us as well. And we'll see um, uh, where and when we'll be showing you more tie dye. The idea, hopefully, and if is to be able to do these at a location. I had been doing my classes at Lamb, but I think that's probably going to change next month to a different location. But I don't have all the details there, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. But we're going to tie-dye socks. And at the very least, if I'm not able to do this as a program, I'll try to make some kits for these. It'll either be an in-person program that you'll have to register for, or a kit that you have to register for. Um, and so we'll, I guess, stay tuned on that. But one way or another, we're going to do socks, and then I'll supplement it with a virtual tutorial on socks. Um, but once again, thanks for joining me, and hope you all stay warm out there. And it's going to warm up significantly by this time next week. But anyways, take care, everybody.